What's going on, y'all? Album review time. Pharrell dropped off his album. Well, it leaked. I don't know when it hit stores. If you know when it hit stores, let me know. Girl, which has 10 songs, some incredible features. You got Justin Timberlake. You have Miley Cyrus, Daft Punk, and Alicia Keys. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically like four features. And I gotta say, this album is number one on iTunes in 60 countries. You know, I think that's a huge accomplishment. Seeing how on the Breakfast Club interview, he said he didn't even want to do the album. You know, it was people that was asking him to do the album and wanted him to do the album. So you gotta remember, this album is totally different from his first solo project that he released a couple years ago, which has songs like "Can I Have It Like That." Um, uh, I want to say, did he have that? I think that was Snoop's song. No, That Girl. He had that song with Snoop, That Girl. And some other tracks that was on there was pretty dope. It was one song on there that it was called Best Friend. You know, a friend of mine dedicated that, you know, to me or whatever when I lived in the Bay Area. You got Marilyn Monroe, which is the first track, where it's basically saying he wants a simple girl, regular girl. You know, who really couldn't understand that or get that? You know, you want a regular girl. You don't really care about the superficial shit that's going on in the world. You know what I mean? All of the models and you know the beautiful women in foreign countries and everything. At the end of the day, you just want a a regular girl. So I definitely like the song. The production on this album is perfect. It's Pharrell. You know what I mean? Some very great singing on there because you know he sings. The hooks is great, but this was just started the album off great. Brand new featuring Justin Timberlake. These two to me make magic on the track. You know what I mean? It's a great song. The production, the hook, Justin Timberlake verse. You know him singing, doing his thing, killed it, and it's just basically saying a woman makes me feel brand new. You know what I mean? Like how the hook says, where you just take a tag off a piece of clothing, you know, I feel brand new like that. And I love the melody of the song. Like that's a very catchy song. You know, I didn't think I would go into this album liking it very much, but Pharrell proved me wrong. You know, so that's definitely one of my favorite joints on there. Number three, Hunter. Let's get back to Pharrell, where he even said in the Breakfast Club interview that you know he got songs on there like you know the single out Happy, which he performed on the Oscars. You know what I mean? Then he got his other side, and he actually displays that in the album where he says, you know, I got the side that's you know romantic and everything like that. Then I got the side that's a freak. You know what I'm saying? So this Hunter song is basically just talking about that. You know, the things that he liked about women. You know, he won't lust for, but you know the other freakiness to him, you know, that makes him who he is. Gush, a very sexual record, number four. Basically, from the title, you can understand that. You know what I mean? The beat was great. His singing with his melody was nice. Subject matter was on point. And the hook was great. So it definitely was a good song. Moving on to number five, Happy. It's just a great song, period, man. It took me a while to catch on to it. When I first heard it, it was in some kind of commercial, a clothing commercial. I want to say an Old Navy commercial, if I'm correct, I could be wrong, but I first heard it there and I didn't think it was an actual song. So I mean, my mom was like, "Yo, I like that song." I'm like, "I think he just did it for the commercial." But when I actually seen that it was on the album, I was like, "Oh shit," you know what I mean? So it's definitely a good song. He performed on Oscars last night, and that song is everywhere. So at the end of the day, you gotta give it to him. Number six, "Come Get It, Babe," featuring Miley Cyrus. I just wasn't feeling it. It sounds like a record that was on Miley Cyrus' record. You know that country little sounding joint that she had featuring Nelly. I couldn't get with it. No disrespect to Pharrell, Miley Cyrus. You know I'm a big fan of Miley Cyrus, but I just couldn't get with the production, and it just sounded too country to me. So I definitely have to pass on that song. Gust the Wind featuring Daft Punk, definitely a good song. You know Daft Punk did their thing. Pharrell and Daft Punk make great music together. I can't front. You know the production was on point. Daft Punk did their thing. The voices wasn't too robotic. You know how Daft Punk do it, so I definitely could fuck with that. The melody and the hook was great. So actually appreciated that. Number eight, Lost Queen. This is a great song because the first half switches up to another, you know, song where it's like two songs in one, but at the end of the first, I'm gonna say the first half, it plays out to an ocean sound. You know what I mean? It's reminiscent of Justin Timberlake's first album with Blue Ocean Floor, so I thought that was pretty great. And I'm looking at it like, all right, the song's not even over, but it's at the halfway mark, and it's still got a lot more to go. So what are you gonna do? And he switches it up to another song. I don't know if it's another song or he just decided to flip the beat up, you know what I mean, and add some different vocals and subject matter. But it was a phenomenal song. And Lost Queen is just, you got to really understand where he coming from with that song. So I definitely appreciate that song. Know Who You Are featuring Alicia Keys, great song. You know, I was wondering how Alicia was gonna sound on here, and she definitely gave me what I was looking for. That old school Alicia Keys. You know what I mean? Where she's not pushing her lyrics, where it's not forced, and you know, you just basically gotta just know who you are at the end of the day. You know, don't let other people tell you who they think you are or what you should be. You should know who you are on the inside of you. So I definitely think that's an inspirational song if you really take it for what it's worth. Moving on to number 10, It Girl. I like that song a lot. The beat was crazy. Um, the production, same shit, but it just the melody, the instrumentation inside the record, the hook and the concept just was crazy, man. Just like an it girl, you know what I mean? Certain females are that it girl, or you know, you it girl, you know what I mean? However you want to take it. It just definitely was a good project all the way through. Sorry I couldn't like the number six record. I just really couldn't get into it. But I get his album out of 10, man. You know, I won't front on it. It was a good album, but you know, a lot of that singing shit I'm for it if it can be pulled off and Pharrell pulls it off, you know, because you know he sing anyway. I like 9 out of 10 songs, and the production came front on that. That's 10 out of 10. Pharrell is like one of my favorite beat makers of all time. You know what I mean? But y'all let me know what y'all think of this album. If y'all know when it's being released, let me know. Would y'all pick it up when it is being released? You know, I think I may go ahead and grab it. I don't know yet, depending on the situation. But yeah, Pharrell with Girl definitely is a good project. So I definitely think y'all should check it out, man. Not because I said so, because it's some good music. And if you like good music, you know what I mean, you support good music, straight up. No pun there with Kanye good music, but it's a phenomenal album though. You know what I mean? I have to tip my hat to him. He did his thing. But other than that, I'll holler at y'all, man. Rick Ross review tomorrow. I know a lot of people did their reviews and shit, but at the end of the day, I think my shit will be well worth the wait. And yeah, man, I'll holler at y'all. One.